You are listening to an original message from the reader currently known as Jason Ashanti McDaniel of Madam Jason's Tarot. Dear spirit guides of the highest benevolence, only those that are able to help out with a message, please help out. And then when you're done, you're not earthbound, you could go back to doing whatever source appoints you to do. Please deliver the most clear, concise, synchronistic, and accurate money messages for Aries during the month of August, whatever they need to know around this season when it comes to their money. Please bless those that bless me, curse those that curse me. To anyone sending me or the tribe negative energy, may that energy be returned to sender 3 times fold immediately. Amen, Ashe, and thank you very much. Okay, so let me just do some sound clearing right now and also get a sip of water. Okay, so for sacred symbols and oracles, what you have at the bottom of the deck is grounded. That's always what I try to do when I get outside. You have to be careful when you're a tarot reader because, like, if you're going through something or if you're not feeling too well, sometimes that can translate through the reading. But I feel like I've gotten to a point to where I'm very aware of self-regulation, and that doesn't happen anymore. One thing that I'm really working on is tempering myself, so that might be a theme that comes out in your message, especially because Aries is a fire sign. But what came out, we have the fairy star with divinity. I knew something about your divinity was going to come out. We have divine feminine, so more than likely this reading is going to be geared towards divine feminines. And I do feel like for my Aries collective, I have mostly divine feminines that watch me. If you're in like a twin flame or soulmate relationship where there's feminine and masculine, and it doesn't have to always be hetero and cisgender, you could be the masculine watching this, and this is talking about your feminine. We have the focus arrow here. So a Sagittarius or a Gemini could be significant because sometimes in the Lovers card, there's Cupid instead of Archangel Raphael. And then we also have past life. So with focus on past life, it seems like because we're in a Mercury retrograde, something about your past life or something that happened to you in the past is distracting you from your divinity. A lot of times past relationships, even if we're supposed to be with that person, it could distract us from our divinity. And I think that past life is very significant for this reading too, because we are doing this during the Mercury retrograde in Cancer. So I feel like whatever's in your Saturn or something about your 10th house ruled by Capricorn, career, public life, or reputation is significant, especially because this is a money reading. I decided to do money readings for people's 30 minutes for August because as a tarot reader, love, money, and protection are like the main things that people care about. And I just feel like in this economy, especially if you live in the US or anywhere else where the economy is not doing so well right now, everybody's trying to figure out ways that they can kind of get out of the matrix or use the matrix to do what they're really meant to do. And even though I'm esoteric and I'm spiritual, I always talk to people about how, like, this whole idea of capitalism and working for other companies, I don't know why I almost said countries, working for other companies is so like modern and so anti-God or anti the way how it was supposed to be. Because if you look in the Bible, especially in the book of Genesis, it says stuff like Tubal-Cain was the son of this, and this person was the son of this, and this family was good at iron working, and this family was good at making perfumes and stuff like that, harvesting crystals. And it used to be that people, small businesses and trading and merchant stuff used to be the norm back in biblical days. Or if you don't believe that the Bible, if it doesn't resonate with you because it's a spiritual channel, back in ancient times, people used their gifts to monetize themselves. So really, the concept of small businesses in ancient times was normal, but everything's backwards now. So in the modern world, it's flipped, and society has you thinking that small businesses are something that are supposed to be on the side. Like, you can't make your passions your main hustle. But I obviously know that that's not true, because there's a lot of people who eventually work their self up to a point where they were able to, for example, do readings on social media or do whatever it is that they do, making candles, making jewelry, having a podcast, writing books, and being able to monetize it on social media. So I feel like that might be something that you're trying to manifest, since I'm channeling that so much. And I'm telling you, a lot of people will try to tell you that it's impossible or remind you that it might take a long time for some people or for most people, but it's not entirely impossible to manifest doing what you like. And some of us are meant to do that. Because I personally feel like there are some people who are just really good at having a matrix job, and I just never seem to like have good luck when it comes to having a matrix job. So I feel like light workers, we're not really meant to, you know, do stuff the normal way, how people do, especially with past life here. You could be a person that has a lot in your Akashic records. But at the bottom of the deck, we have LGBTQ plus. So I do readings for all genders, all sexualities. I'm multiple things in the LGBT plus community. What's at the bottom of the deck is usually what you may have overlooked or what you don't see coming. So I think that this is telling me that there might be a few people that resonate with this, but it's not going to dominate the reading. Because sometimes it's like, because I'm such an eclectic person, I attract all kinds of people. And in my reading, sometimes there will be days where LGBT dominates the reading. Sometimes it doesn't. There will be some days where Black energy or Latin energy dominates the reading, and other days it's more mixed. But it's just saying that LGBT plus could be like a minor representation in this reading. And I was thinking about this one person that I met back when I used to volunteer at metaphysical shops, and she said she was divorcing her wife. And I think she told me that she was an Aries, so that person popped into my mind. I don't know if you're watching this video right now, but since I'm picking up on your energy, or because I thought about you, maybe you're watching this reading. But anyway, for physical features, these are the most common. So if you don't see anything that represents you or anybody that you know, this could still be your reading. We have locks and medium deep skin tone. We have thick thighs and bald. This coming out together. Someone could be like a bald-headed baddie. Someone could have like a very low buzz cut if you're feminine, and then just be very curvy. Not everybody can pull that off, but that might be someone that I'm picking up on. This could also just be a masculine, and someone with glasses could be significant as well. This is probably... Sometimes when you do horoscopes, you could do it for a certain time slot, but it'll be timeless because that's just the way how time works. But I always pay attention to how there's like a bathing suit in this one. So that just lets me know that this is definitely like present energy for someone. Someone could also come from a hot place like California, Arizona, Vegas, Florida. We have missing tooth / teeth, lil booty. So there's someone with, okay, so there's like a comparison with someone who is bottom heavy and someone who isn't. And then we have gray eyes, but I've never met anybody with gray eyes. So this is kind of like my eyebrows or eyelashes on fleek card. So now I'm going to get into the tile spraying. Okay, first letters I'm seeing are BA. So someone can have a bachelor's degree. Oh, actually, I just grabbed a D too, so now it says bald. So someone is definitely bald. Okay, let me see what else. I just heard the name Chauncey. Poppy is in here now, so someone who is Latino could be significant. Usually I get that as like a man that likes to be called Poppy, but also if you're Latina and you have a son, maybe you call your son Poppy. I do see dad here. For Aries, a lot of family energy comes out for you guys, so I usually get like multiple different love options that you're still trying to navigate through. There's like someone's dealing with soulmate and then a twin flame or something like that. And then I also always get, I'm gonna grab 2 Y's because now I see Yaya in here. That could be someone's nickname. I always get like baby daddy or co-parenting energy for Aries too. Okay. I just need one more. We don't have all the words or all the letters for this word, but I looked down in the tiles, I saw MAG, and what I heard is mahogany. So I don't know if someone likes to watch like old 70s like blaxploitation movies, because that was a Diana Ross movie, or someone who has mahogany skin is significant. But in that movie, Diana Ross was playing like a very beautiful, well, like very lusted after black model in the 70s, and all the things that she had to go through because of that life of luxury, like the good and the bad. So I don't know if someone who's like an IG model could be significant. I'm looking down in the tiles and I see model. Okay, why is eat getting my attention? Okay, I see BIPOC, Black, Indigenous, People of Color. I see YMCA. Usually when I see YMCA or KQED, I feel like the energy of children is significant. NYC, someone could be from New Jersey. I'm hearing Alabama. I think AL is Alabama. ATL is in here as usual. Team. Okay. So I wonder if we're going to see like Three of Pentacles upright or reverse, because this is a money reading, so something about working together as a team could be significant. But like I said, Aries, a lot of the times co-parenting energy comes out for you, so we might see that. I see Jodeci. Someone could like R&B too. That Jodeci could be someone's name. Okay, empath is almost in here. Someone could drive for work too, because Lyft is almost in here. Here we go again with that name Quincy that I keep seeing everywhere. And most people whose names I see in the tiles, I've met them already, but I still haven't met somebody named Quincy, and I still haven't met somebody named Sochi. But because I'm seeing meet and eat, something about that feels sexual. But also someone, they could work in catering, or they could work in the restaurant business, even if it's fast food. Someone could also be dealing with a masculine that's well off, or maybe this is your crush or your twin flame or something, because I see VIP in the tiles. Some of you are even trying to manifest a business that requires people to book you. Or maybe if you have like a Patreon or a members only segment on your YouTube channel, if you have a YouTube channel, you're trying to manifest people committing to that more. And I just saw the Hierophant too. Yeah, the Hierophant reverse and Six of Pentacles reverse. Both of those are Taurus energy. I feel like seeing that combination could have something to do with like a person who you divorced, who doesn't pay child support for some of you. Someone's name could be Pamela or Amy, Maya, Lydia. Someone could really like Doja Cat too, or someone who's a Libra could be significant, or someone who's biracial, especially if they're mixed with Jewish. I do see Jew in here. There's no R, but I keep channeling and hearing things that have R in it. Paraguay, I think, is in South America, but I'm also hearing Panama. Is Panama in Florida? I'm not sure. Okay, right now we have King of Cups in the reverse, Pisces energy. We have Six of Swords reverse, which is Aquarius. We have Three of Wands in the reverse, which is Aries. We have Page of Wands upright, Aries, Leo, Sag, all fire. King of Swords reverse, Ten of Swords upright, Four of Pentacles upright. So Gemini and Capricorn here. And I have to remind myself, this is a money reading, but you know what, you guys? Oftentimes money and love situations do come out together, because the heart chakra governs both love and money. And for a lot of you, I'm not saying that you have to be codependent on someone. Like me, for example, whenever I give myself a love reading, or whenever I give myself a money reading, love energy comes out, and it almost says nothing about money, but it talks about a relationship. So that just lets me know that for me, my money is tied to being connected or in a union with someone else, even though I'm working on being independent. So because of that, I might possibly use astro alignment and charms for you guys. But let me just see, from a money lens, especially with what came out in Sacred Symbols and Oracles, what do I feel about this combination here? We have Divinity, Divine Feminine, Focus, Past Life. Okay, Six of Swords reverse. Usually that represents someone not wanting to go back to something in the past, especially if it wasn't peaceful. Maybe some of you, like, you might be feeling kind of desperate when it comes to money, and you might be tempted to repeat a lesson or go back to a job, or even like a type of field that you know that you are not good at. Like me, for example, I have a California barber's license, but literally as soon as I finished school, I realized that I didn't want to be in that field because it was just too messy for me. And that's also where I went through my spiritual awakening. So after that, I was just like comparing how I feel doing hair and being around messy people versus how I felt doing spiritual stuff and learning about tarot. And the energies were completely different. Like, I feel way more at peace doing this. And I'm a person that has many talents, many interests, but right now I feel like I really want to monetize this. Okay, Three of Wands in the reverse, waiting for something but it's not coming. Inability to work on law of attraction, or just getting tired of waiting for something. Sometimes with Three of Wands, I feel like someone waiting for a bus stop. So I don't know if someone who takes lifts, because I almost saw that in the tiles, we don't have an F. Someone who has car troubles might be significant. Page of Wands is usually good news and it's a message. So maybe some of you might be getting a message about a follow-up on a job that you did want. Or if you don't get that job, maybe someone has information to get you into something that's similar. Okay, pages are usually people who are beginning something, but they have a lot of passion and they have a lot of creativity. King of Swords reverse, Ten of Swords upright, Four of Pentacles. So this kind of looks like a masculine energy that's regretting something that they said, or something savage that they did. This could be a person that kind of cut you off and now they're holding on to you. I feel this in two different ways. I feel like this could be romantic, someone's ex going through like a dark night of the soul, but they're still holding on to you. I also feel like someone could have had a narcissistic boss in the past, and as soon as you, as a light worker, left that job, then all of a sudden this is kind of like a mini tower moment, like everything goes to shit with the Ten of Swords. There have been some situations where I removed my energy from jobs and they went out of business, or they had to relocate, or the next time I went to that area, the entire crew was new. So it's kind of giving me something like that. Four of Pentacles could also talk about stinginess or scarcity mindset. So that could let me know that if you resonate with leaving a narcissistic boss at a job that you didn't like, they could be strapped for cash right now. They could be doing pretty bad financially. This could also be this King of Cups in the reverse who was emotionally unavailable, or maybe they're just going through a lot right now, especially because of all of these energetic things going on, like full moon in Capricorn, Cancer season, Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. So like people being in their feelings and also going through tough things when it comes to money. Okay, so what's the Six of Swords talking about in the reverse? Eight of Cups upright, of course, something that you walked away from, something that you realized was no longer serving you. This could be recent too, because we just started July, but this is an August horoscope. And because I'm talking about the Cancer stuff and we're in Cancer season, I see the moon here. So that could let me know that this is recent. This is going on like right now. Okay, but why did you feel like you had to leave this situation? Death in the reverse, because there was no transformation. You could have had a dead-end job, or there was nothing that was changing and you just outgrew something, because the Death card is Scorpio energy, and Scorpio rules 8th house in astrology, which is always about metamorphosis, deep transformation. The Hermit in the reverse, the Nine of Cups reverse. So this lets me know that someone was very dissatisfied and very lonely. It's very straightforward, this combination right here. Once again, I'm picking up romantic energy. So I feel like this was about someone leaving a relationship. Going back to what I said about the heart chakra, because this might have been a person that you depended on for money. Okay, Three of Wands reverse. I don't have to clarify that, because that talks about you wanting something and never getting it, wanting love, or wanting someone to meet you at the same level, but it didn't happen. So what's the Page of Wands upright? What's this good news that you're getting here? Also, I feel like this Page of Wands upright might have something to do with retrograde too, because like people focus on Mercury retrograde fucking things up, but also what retrogrades tend to do when you're used to them is areas that were stagnant, now you're getting good karma, or now you're getting justice in those areas. And because we have the Tower upright showing here, I feel like you're rejoicing because the good news that you're hearing is that someone's going through a hard time. And that's just you stepping in your Lilith. That's just you being shadowy by being vindictive and petty. But I feel like it's in a way where you're justified because of what you've gone through. So like I said, Ten of Swords, I was getting a mini tower moment, and now we have the tower here. We have 2 Scorpio major arcana 2, so something about Scorpio is significant for some of you. The person you were beefing with could have it in their chart. Maybe you have it somewhere very significant in your chart as well, like Scorpio North Node. Okay, let's talk about King of Swords reverse, 10 of Swords upright, 4 of Pentacles upright. Okay, 6 of Pentacles reverse. Someone could have not been paying child support. Someone was not being fair when it came to bills. Pentacles are about tangible things, so this could also just let me know that in a relationship, maybe you were giving out more energy or you were putting more into it than someone else was. In a job context, someone was not paying you as much as they needed to. It could have been one of those situations where they said whatever they wanted to say online, on the job board, or in the interview, and then once you get your foot in there, then they say, oh, your hours are based off of performance. And you know, even if you're doing your damnedest, they'll find excuses not to give you hours, even if you make very little mistakes. And jobs like that, that love to criticize people, are usually jobs that don't train people well enough to actually understand what they're supposed to do. Page of Pentacles reverse, you're just tired of accepting the bare minimum. So it's kind of like you, because you're learning your worth and you're setting up boundaries and what not to deal with, and you have higher standards, now places that aren't really serving you, that aren't really allowing you to grow or give you what you're worth, you're trying to get away from things like that in all aspects. And obviously, you know, that takes a lot of discernment here, with judgment here at the bottom of the day. So I'm just going to real quick flip some astro alignment cards here. I'm already at 26 minutes, so I'm going to try not to take too long. I'm looking at this bald head. So this is a collective reading, so different things are going to resonate with other people. I feel like what I kind of saw was someone like cussing out or mocking like a bald-headed manager in their head, like, oh, that's why this person has a pill head and that's why they're bald, or something like that. So some of you might actually have a manager or had a manager that was bald, and maybe they even had glasses with this. And they feel very avoidant too, because even with their back turned, it's like they don't really care. And look at this guy, he has his collar flipped up like he thinks he's the shit. This could be your ex too. They could fit that description. Okay, there's actually a lot that came out here. Super moon, luminosity, intimacy, hyper awareness. Libra, diplomatic, harmony, balance. You could have Libra placements. That's how I feel with this judgment card here. I know this reading is resonating with me. You know why? Because right after Libra, we have Chiron, core wounds, vulnerability, potential through pain. I have a Libra placement in my Chiron, and I'm also a Cancer. Nurturing, sensitive, caring. I was feeling since the beginning of the reading, this video might resonate with you even if you're not an Aries sun, because you could be drawn to a reading, and it's because it's talking about a different aspect in your chart. We have Venus, beauty, artistry, love. So some of you could be artists, or you could work in the beauty community. You could also be going through like a physical glow up too. I think that's been coming out for Aries recently. Equinox, commitment, integration, shifts. So there are a lot of shifts that are happening right now. We're going through the summer, or is that solstice? I'm pretty sure we're going through one equinox right now or pretty soon. Descendant, attraction, relationships, partnership. I told you that you might have to partner up with someone when it comes to your money. That didn't really come out too much in this reading, but I felt it. So maybe you have to stay tuned for my other readings, or just watch like different stuff in my playlist, because you might get some information about this later. This could even be like a new soulmate for some of you. And we have new moon, creation, intention, potential. So we did have Page of Wands here. That literally represents like having a new idea that you're passionate about, even if you don't have like all the money, all the resources, all the maybe not all the skills or knowledge that you need to go full throttle with something, but you're determined to become a master at what you're doing. I'm going to sneak some angels and ancestors in here too, because I feel drawn to this deck. Like there's something that we're supposed to see here. I'm just going to have to speed this video up because I'm already at 30 minutes. Shield Maiden, make plans and focus. So there's a synchronicity with focus. So let's say even if you are in this Page of Wands energy, you're not going to have overnight success, but you can still like do things little by little that will make a difference in the end. Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. I was feeling like some of you guys need to do tarot too. Like maybe you're very into astrology too, and instead of just passively watching other people talk about it, like you can add your own renditions to things too, and you could also be a reader online as well. Eagle, see from a higher perspective. So I feel like this is what you're already doing. We might see the eagle in charm casting too, who knows. You could actually be seeing a lot of eagles. I believe that there are a lot of eagles in the Arizona area, so you could be from AZ. But I also feel like you just see a lot of spirit animals. You could have air in your chart. Also, your third eye could be a very strong chakra, and that's why I feel like you have intuitive abilities. And honestly, for those of you who have had like a jerk of a boss in the, people say job stands for jerk of a boss, but for those of you who have had a jerk of a boss, I actually feel like you might have better management skills than them, because with this card, I'm kind of getting that you are a leader. There's something about knowledge that you have or the way that you talk that inspires other people. Let me get a little bit more. Okay, synchronicities. I was just guessing that this was going to come out, but with the charms, I try not to look. I just kind of like, and it's like, when it comes to the silver platter charm, I could tell that I'm going to pick that one up just because it's very flat, but I can't really tell which charms I'm holding until I throw it on the table. But I just feel around for where I feel like the energy is, where I have to like grab it out like a crane machine. But we have a synchronicity with the eagle here. Someone can even have like an eagle shirt. You might be wearing it now just because a lot of American, because it's around 4th of July time, you could actually be wearing like a shirt with the American flag and an eagle on it. We also have a synchronicity with LGBT plus energy. Love is love. We have the healthy soulmate charm. I told you, some of you, you're trying to manifest a new soulmate, or you're trying to choose between a soulmate and a twin flame. And whoever's message that has been, it's like really hard for you to do that, because in your case, I feel like both are good options, but both options have their pros and their cons. Here we go with this ring energy. So some of you are trying to be remarried. You know, the energy of marriage and divorce always divorce always comes out for Aries. So just take it as it resonates, because some of you have a person that you're in the trenches with right now. Some of you have an ex that fumbled you with this football player fumbling the ball, but right now they might be a sucker for you. It's because your energy is addicting, or you could have a lot of people crushing on you right now. We have the Reiki or chakra balancing charm here. So some of you might be Reiki healers, or you're just trying to ground and balance your chakras. You could have a chakra bracelet like me too. Okay, we have the infinity symbol. So that is shown in the strength card and in the magician card. So this is about resilience and using all of your talents, but also this is like a soulmate symbol. So you can be straight and be polyamorous, but because the polyamory symbol is an infinity inside of a heart, and we have LGBT here, some of you are trying to be in a poly relationship. I know that's not for everybody. We also have the phoenix rising from the ashes. We have the dragon, which represents facing your fears, and also shadow energy. You know, the dragon, the devil, related to Capricorn, so I feel like Capricorn placements are significant. We have the camera here, so what I said about IG models might resonate for someone, or someone who's just basically trying to make money by existing, or just posting about things that they like to do. Someone who recently graduated school or a course could be significant, or maybe you completed a karmic lesson with this graduation cat. This is my ascension charm with the airplane here, but some of you could be traveling. Some of you might be traveling to Egypt with the Ankh. You could also have Egyptian stuff in your Akashic records with past life here, or maybe you're just very into like Kemetic spirituality and you resonate a lot with Egyptian deities. We have Grace here. Some of you feel like with Judgment, you're getting a second chance in a situation where you feel guilty. You feel like you don't deserve a second chance. That's interesting that I'm picking up on that. But also someone's ex could feel that way about them. We have this leaf here, so you or someone else in this reading is trying to change. And because you ascend, you know, you could, your aura and just the way how you are could be very unrecognizable right now. We have Gemini, and it says intelligent on the back. We have the 4-leaf clover. Someone could have Irish ancestry. We have the triquetra, which is more Scorpio energy, life, death, rebirth. And we have the first place charm and the sheriff star. So whether or not people gave you props at your old job, you were kind of like a top performer. And because we have this town ain't big enough for the two of us, first of all, some of you could be from Texas or you could be from somewhere in the South, especially with this boot here. There's no R in the tiles, but I'm also getting something about someone having an army background. That can even be Akashic. But I feel like someone was trying to compete with you. Sometimes, unfortunately, our bosses or our managers have ego trips, and maybe someone was mad because you were showing more leadership abilities or more popularity than they had, and they were being petty. But that's all that I have for you for right now. Hopefully you got something out of this reading. If you like the way how I do tarot, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on all my social media platforms. If you are trying to manifest a business, or if you already have a business, please follow me on social media, especially on Instagram, because YouTube and Instagram are the two that I use the most. So I don't do sub for sub because that's desperate, but I'm not funny styled. So if I know someone else has a dream that they're serious about, I like people who are like-minded, so I will support you with whatever it is you're doing, as long as it aligns with who I am. And I'll catch you guys in the 60-minute reading.